YouTube. Someone else, or was that just me? Right back. You gotta throw my garbage out. Got it locked in the memory now. This let's see if I can turn this a little bit. Ah, really? Sorry guys. I was trying to kind of fucked up my mount. Hold on. That's what I get. Well, at least I wasn't driving. least I wasn't driving. What I was gonna start at, I'm sitting in a Love's in on I-10, real close to Jacksonville. I forgot what marker, but I realized this Love's is two things. It's a staging area for people that's waiting on the weekend to deliver, and this is one of those truck stops where 90% of the people sitting here go home for the weekend. This is one of them truck stops. You know what I mean? Turn the heat on because it's like 50 outside, but I'm a little cold this morning. You know, I got here at 11 o'clock yesterday, Sunday, and this sucker was packed. I found one. I apologize, Mike. This, you know, I noticed when I do YouTube live, I start attracting more subscribers. So I'm gonna do this a few times, and then, you know, switch back over to, you know, my normal video. But I kind of attract subscribers doing this, so I'm working on it. But hopefully we won't have to deal with the trolls. That's why I can watch it also. And when I do it, when I see them, I think I'm a split second ahead of you. I think I'm like 1 or 2 seconds ahead of you. So when I see something or whatever and I start getting upset, no, it's all right. You know, hey, it is what it is. Even trolls do me a favor. You know what trolls do? They give me watch time. I got 2 million. I have 2 million views, and I can't get past 3,000 watch time out. I am definitely doing something wrong. But hey, it is what it is. I had 2 million views, but I can't get past 3,000 watch hours. You guys watch the craziest things. You know, I broke my I broke my I think I forgot what you call it. It's just like a stand or a mount to hold my trailer once I unhook it. It's like a jack. I broke it, couldn't find the right one, and I got a swivel one, right? I bought a swivel one. And I was like, well, I already bought it, so I put it on there. And it's not made for my trailer because the trailer's real short in front. But I put it on the side and it's just right. But if when and if I've used it, I've noticed that I can't have a load on the trailer, or it will, we'll have problems. That view, that one is like 15,000 views. That one's like 15,000 views. I'm like, so somebody else is trying to do it too. And now I found the right one and put it back on there, but I left the swivel jack on there. Then I broke the right one again, so I got to find the right one again and put that back on there. That jack has been the bane of my existence, I'll tell you that for sure. It's been the bane of my existence. But okay, turn this off. I had a lot of idle hours yesterday. I don't need dispatch calling me. Uh, but we might as well get to talking about it. Did you guys see? I don't know the comedian's name. I think he's Nigerian, but he was talking about and I literally went when we were in New York. We made a big deal about going to see a Broadway play. And the only Broadway play I seen ever was The Lion King. We got dressed up and everything. I bought a suit. The wife bought a dress. We got dressed up because we were going to a Broadway play. We were, other than us, his two other sisters were dressed up. Everybody else had shorts and khakis and looking like goofy white people. They didn't give a flip. But we were dressed up to go to a Broadway play, and we went to see The Lion King. I was so excited. On a, let's see, I'm so blinded a bit. Yeah, Mike. I mean, you get the views on stuff you ain't never did before. I'm getting a lot of views. My backyard was my backyard was eroded away. I had about 20 years of water erosion in the backyard. And Norma went, I think it was a funeral or something in Florida, and I had 4 days. I had a dump truck unload a load of dirt. It wasn't topsoil, it wasn't sifted dirt. It had rocks in it, pipes, all kinds of stuff. I paid $200 for this. A load of dirt right at the edge of my driveway. I filmed it. I broke my little lawnmower cart because I put too much dirt in it. Still ain't fixed it. I need to fix that thing. And I filmed it, and I made a joke. Moved 18 tons of dirt, but I bought a case. I think like 32 cans of beer. In 2 days, I moved that dirt and filled up all that erosion and everything. I laid a pipe and covered it up because I didn't even have to dig a trench. It was already there because of the erosion. I laid a pipe, put rocks around it and everything, and dumped dirt on it in 4 days. And I moved 18 tons of dirt, getting lit. I didn't care because I wasn't going. I'm going to spend $1,200-$1,300 on renting a skid steer and overpriced people that charge you an arm and leg to do something simple. And I literally, by the time she got home, that pile of dirt was gone. And I just the wheelbarrow and the shovel, and I just kept on. And I've got 8,000 or 9,000 views on that one. I guess for just being cheap, just being cheap. And you do so much, and you think you're doing something. I don't see I don't see how people do these videos on the cruise ships. I tried to put all my things together. It looks so goofy, so I just been using them for shorts. But you got to give it to some content creators. They have an eye for it. They can figure it out. I have yet to been able to figure this out. I've yet to been able to figure this out. But anyway, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But back to the morning story. We went to see the Lion King, and don't get me wrong, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I was really pleasantly surprised, and we had a good time. I even put, one of them kufis. I had a kufi, but it was the wrong side, so it was like crushing my head. My wife had me put it was the style for these younger cats that had the shirt out, but because I was so big at the time, I looked stupid. I looked stupid. I did okay, yes, dear, whatever. But she. It's funny how women don't want to see your fatness, but you say something about their fatness, there's a problem. I later figured out that she did not like my stomach popping out, because when you put your pants in your shirt, you can see a person's stomach. She didn't like looking at that or embarrassed about that. I'm like, okay, but so I look really stupid with my shirt out. It looked like I was wearing a dress, and I should have put, you know what I mean? Because when you have that type of style, it's a certain shirt that's cut different. It's a little bit shorter. So we had went and seen the Lion King, because like I said, I always wanted to see it. And I remember, any of you guys remember, they used to have those pop-up singing situations where, like, the cast of the Lion King was on a transcontinental jet or whatever, and one person would like, yeah, and everybody would just get it and just sing along, and it was very spiritual. It felt very spiritual, like we're finding our Africanness again. That's what I felt. It was like, it was very spiritual. And you just knew you was African. It's like in the early 80s, they had those necklaces with like leather, an embroidered leather patch of Africa, the whole continent. Because we always think that, well, I'm African. No, yeah, you from the continent of Africa. Where you from? We just yeah, they had the fist up. We're African. We're African American. Oh, they made that up, bro. And if you look at it, the Africans hate us. The Americans hate us. White America hates us. European America hates us. Everybody hates us. But we were trying to draw on our African. You have no, no whatever. But we were trying to find something. We've been trying to find something since slavery, since we were brought here. And everybody, well, how do you know you was brought here? Was we already here? Give me a fucking break. A lot of us were brought here. The ones that were brought here then were raped to make more babies, to make more. But nobody wants us. Even in Africa, they don't even want us. But the Lion King brought it, and that, I think Disney stole that from another cartoon creator. I remember seeing I didn't do my homework, but Disney stole the Lion King from another cartoon. It was like a cartoon of a whiter lion, a white lion, or something like that. I remember seeing the thing on that. But we were so not knowing what the fuck that said. Not knowing there's so many languages on the continent of Africa. On the continent, not knowing there's so many languages. Let's see, what'd you say? Yeah, we were so proud of that. And you see, the white media and the white establishment doesn't even understand what that means to be proud of something. It's just like Black Panther. Everybody's so proud of Black Panther. Don't y'all know that was created by 2 white men? That wasn't even created by a black artist that worked for Marvel. It was 2 white men. Side note, my oldest brother, Kevin, he actually had a comic book. He worked for Marvel for a short period of time. He had like 4 or 5 comics that came out. I got one of them. I found it on eBay. And I got a copy of it. You know, my father bought years ago. And he sent me a picture of him and this very famous Japanese artist that used to work, that, you know, helped him out at Marvel at the time. And that was, you know, that's a side note. And tell me that ain't crazy. Let's see what you say. Yeah, Italians get to be proud of Irish, Spanish, Greek, etc. But we're supposed to go from nowhere and ashamed. Yes, exactly. But and here's the thing, bro. We want to be proud of Africa, but they don't want to be proud of us. Tell me how sad that is. Yeah, exactly. Tell me how sad that is. When they come over here from Africa, their parents say stay away from black people. Tell me how sad that is. So freaking sad. Stay away from black people. So it is the and this all it still comes into what we're talking about. Stay away from black people. They're drug addicts and everything else. Exactly. Exactly. And it's so funny, um, because of the Moors, the Italians got black blood in them. Uh, I forgot which area. Um, I forgot which area. We can't even be proud of nothing. And you would see those videos where the choir would go to a mall or something. What's a mall? A mall is where you would gather to buy stuff. For you new folks. A mall is where you would gather to go shopping and buy stuff and eat stuff at the food court. That's a mall. And they not realizing you're making something so spiritual, and all you're saying is, "Hey, look, it's a lion! Oh my God, what the fuck? What the heck?" The person that wrote that song has got to be laughing. The person that wrote that song has got to be turning over in their grave just laughing. Look, it's a lion. Oh my God. Look, it's a lion. What the heck? Every time I watch that video, I can't help but laugh. Let me see, what did you say? There's so much history that shows how evil the human race actually is. That the white supremacists, that's their new thing. See, they don't work on the here and now. White supremacy doesn't work on the here and now. It's on 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years from now. We have to bury this to keep control. And that's what they're doing. Yeah, it would be great if we didn't have DEI. It would be great if we didn't have affirmative action. It would be great if equality across the board was actually equality. It would be great. But there's no such thing. You even hear stories that, certain people, they're afraid to give their kid the names like Shaquita, even if Shaquita has a master's degree in business, because of that white person that is mad that Shaquita, she got it through government assistance or whatever. Still got it. Still got it. I can't get it. I don't even think I could pass a G. I was listening to G. You guys know what to get your GED? Still got it. You got to get what to get your? Do you got to do what? Oh heck no. I don't be hating on people that have bigger degrees and whatever. Hey, do you, boo boo? But treat me just the same. I don't. You. If you wanted equal opportunity, treat me just the same. We've got pictures of the Obamas looking like monkeys. Well, supposedly stupid. We all came from primates, unless you're a believer in Jesus. That's the going thing that you're gonna make me upset or whatever. You don't even know what gets me upset. And but you got people, and that happened to me. I remembered. I totally forgot. I threw my back out, man, about 20, 30 years ago, and got kicked out of the emergency room. I literally got kicked out of the emergency room. I should have sued him. I didn't know no better. They gave me a shot. It didn't work because I think it was just a shot of nothing because I couldn't move. I couldn't move for days, bro. My fucked up first wife, she thought I was playing. That's why I'm so happy I'm away from her. She thought I was playing. She made me a sandwich. I was laying in the bed, made me a sandwich, and put it right out of my reach. Y'all think y'all been through some stuff. Nah, dog. We don't want to remember the trials and tribulations that we've all been through, but they're still there. African Americans just want something to be proud of. White people will destroy their whole existence just not to not make everything what we have right. Look at this. This guy's starting World War. He's not starting. He started World War III. These Iranians are going to come over. They're going to make their way over this way and start blowing shit up. They're going to make their way this way and start blowing shit up. It's as simple as that. Are you guys prepared for it? To be honest with you, I'm not. We think we think we're untouchable. We're touchable. This guy's making sure of it. This idiot is making sure that we are touchable. But we cannot be proud of something simple as having an ancestry that is not from here. There's no one here other than American Indians that have an ancestry that's from here. Just found out that Zamunda is actually that's a real place. They had asked that same guy that um, um, that Googled that. And see, here's the thing. I Googled it, and it's on the thumbnail. It says a slight difference of, hey, look, it's a lion. Oh my God. But it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. What the heck? It's funny how we're called, Mike, it's funny how we're called savages. But if it wasn't for the Moors, we wouldn't have what's called soap today. And I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you've ever had African soap. It's made with all of this. It's like plantains and all. Man, that is funky as I am. And it just pisses me off. I got to find another place to buy it. I need to get some more African soap. That stuff will cleanse you. That it'll open all the pores in your whole, oh my God. It will shed about 5 pounds of dirt off you. African soap ain't no joke. You know? But when they went to Egypt, they blew all the faces off of all the major statues because they had a wide nose. We're ashamed of a wide nose. Yeah. That shows that our people did something. I'm still saying our people because I still claim them. You know what I mean? Oh boy, still claim them. What time is it? I'm gonna start the clock in a minute. it just I'm just blown away that some Caucasian that probably wrote that story of the Lion King and probably got together with that song and and was looking back and said, these fools don't even realize what they singing. Don't even realize it. Don't even realize it. Unbelievable. And we're so desperate for recognition. We're so desperate for recognition that we will cling to anything and everything from a continent that doesn't even want us. That is the sad part. Yeah. And this is the same guy that was saying Biden was all this and that, and this guy's been wearing diapers for years. You can't even hold your doo-doo, bro. That's why he got rid of, when he came into office, he got rid of all the high-ranking military officers. Most of them retired. A lot of them were African Americans because most of your armed forces are black or Latino or Indian or Polynesian. From most of your military is from the messed up area. Did you know Venezuela wiped out their African, their black population and the Afro Latino population? It just ain't in America, bruh. It just ain't. There was a guy that posted that. There was a guy that posted that history. Most of their Afro-Latino population, they use them in wars. Oh, wow, there's a full moon. I can see it through the trees over there. Tell me that. And see, here's the crazy part. Them people that that were, I would die for Trump and whatever, got deported. You idiots. We told you. We told you this was going to happen. They got deported. They break it into all kind of places. They break it in and just snatching people. You can't make this up. And this guy starts this war to prevent these files to come out where you already know what he did. You voted for him. You already know what he did. But they should just prosecute them. They should prosecute the parents. They should prosecute everybody. No, I need to look at that. I need to look at that. Yep. Yeah. We just proved, the United States has just proved the fact of the fact of racism, the fact that we're a nation full of idiots. We just proved it. I can believe it. Beavers and yeah. We just proved we're a nation full of idiots. I'm way past being embarrassed. Way past it. It's like, okay, there's a woman on this TikTok, because that's the thing now with tattoos. See, I got a tattoo. That's Wolverine on that side. This is actually what do you call that? Um, Cross on this side. Um, but people get tattoos of Chinese symbols and don't even know what they're getting. And the lady looks at the picture and tells what those words actually say. And 90% of these idiots don't even know. A lot of times she says gibberish. A lot of times it'll say something stupid. I mean, it'll say something really stupid, like I'm an idiot or what, and they'll just swear that they did something so cool to have a Chinese symbol, like he hates tuna fish or something stupid. Instead of getting someone that you know knows Chinese symbols or whatever, and they'll tell you, no, don't get that. You know? Or some people will get tattoos, full sleeve tattoos that are from Polynesia, disrespecting the people that is meant for. Those are like holy or spiritual parts of their whole situation. There's women they get like a tattoo on their chin. It's spiritual for them. It's a part of their life. It's a part of their whatever. Exactly, Mike. We so quick to do stuff like that, to try to be a part of something that you don't have no idea. That you have no idea. Do you know we could fix places that are part of our country, but we don't want to because a lot of times they're afraid they'll vote Democrat, and they don't even realize that the Latino population 9 times out of 10 goes Republican. Nine times out of 10 goes vote Republican. But it's turning because this guy messed it up so bad. He messed it up so bad. People see the foolishness and just shake their head. Like, you see Polynesian folks. You don't. I didn't know it. I'll tell you a story. I didn't know how polite and nice Samoans actually are until I spoke to one. I didn't know. Had to be the nicest people, because I remember when I first started trucking, there was these, man, I thought these were sumo wrestlers. It was a husband and a wife, big mother effers. But I was working for CRFT, Crash Roll Stunt Team, and I remember I was in training, and they were sitting outside like everybody else, and had this mean look. It just looked like the guy had a and the wife had a They mean like, hey, don't F with me. And I remember I walked over there, and I sat down. Hey, how you doing? My name is Darren. I'm new to trucking. How long y'all been driving? And how you and them? What kind of truck y'all got? Do y'all team and whatever? The husband looked at the wife, and the wife looked at the husband, and they bust out laughing. And they started talking to me and was telling me stories of trucking and how they trained, and it was freaking hilarious. It was freaking the nicest people I ever met. And I never forgot that. But I locked in the memory. Don't mess with Polynesians. They will light you up. You ever see the video? Even the women fight harder than the men. The women fight harder than them. And I remember, because when I say these are big folks, these were big. I mean, big mother effers. And one, the husband tells a story that they had parked at a shipper, and a lot of times when you come into it says driver entrance. You come in, open the door, and you're inside of a gate. You're inside of a gate, and people just kept on driving by the lady. She, was checking in. Excuse me. And she had enough. She said, hey, mother, if I get through this gate, you've been blown by me. And she went off. And this a big woman. He said she was hanging on the fence. He said, if I get through this gate, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to rip your head off and feed you to... and they were so afraid that someone went outside and said, sir, could you please get your wife? And he looked out the thing and look, he said, she all right. And he went back to bed. He said, she all right. And he went back to bed. You feel me? Went back to bed, bro. Alrighty. Alright, let's start the clock. Look, it's a lion! Oh my god. It's so fucking stupid. Look, it's a lion. Why did we wait this long to find out that's what that means? Somebody knew, but they didn't say nothing. Somebody knew. Ain't no way we went this long and didn't know that said, look, there's a lion. Oh my God. You ever see that video, Mike, where the person is dancing in their Zulu and they lift one leg all the way up like this and back the ground? And I said, I got really bad flat feet. And my whole body just shrivels up knowing that you slap the ground like that. And that's like I don't know what it is. It's a challenge, it's a dance, it's something. And it's like, wow. They go all the way up and pow. and you know, and everybody they all do it together, and then pow! Oh shit! Yeah, you know, and that's another thing. A lot of these countries, I like the fact that who is um, that African leader who I can respect that he kicked all of the French out of the country because they have been robbing his country. They've been robbing his country blind. He kicked all of them out of the country, and they removed French as the main language. Yeah. They don't even say, okay, well, we'll just take half the profit. They were taking all of the profit. With that Traore, right? Raheem Traore or whatever. That guy makes you want, you know, you know. Well, that's crazy. Look at the lion. Well, anime been around for a long time, and the Japanese, it's just like a movie to them. But see, the Japanese got their problem too now. You know, because everybody is expected to conform in a certain way. You can't be other than what you want to be, and they just go into the woods and hang themselves. That's some crazy stuff. Yeah, but their cartoons ain't goofy like American cartoons. I don't know. Oh man. Let's see here. What time is it? Let's see. Look, it's a lion. Oh my god. Look, it's a lion. And if you really look at it, they oh, King Mufasa gonna eat your ass. But we thinking the Lion King is all majestic and everything, and King Mufasa gonna eat your ass. Look, it's a lion! Oh my God! Look, it's a lion! No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. This guy is checking his truck in front of me. That's why you see the lights light up like it is, like it's doing. Really, dude? Hmm. Start the truck up. But here, okay, let's go another way with that, right? This is what black folks do. This is what we do to each other. Depending on your upbringing and depending on how you was taught, and you do better in school, and you speak with proper pronunciation, you're talking white. What do you mean? I said, good evening, how are you? How are you doing? You're talking white. You didn't say, hey, how are you and them? What? Maybe I wasn't brought up that way. Maybe I wasn't brought up that way. This guy, man. I mean, really, dude? A lot of times, parents that had grew up in the hood and made it out, they put their kids in Catholic schools to hope they have a better life, and once they, you know, they're brought up around a better education than most of us have had, now they're considered white. Make it make sense. Yep. My father told me that. My father told me we were in Martin, Georgia. I guess he was from that area. He bought some land before he passed. He bought some land up there. And he said, and when we were walking into a Shawnee's, and he said hello to this white woman, he said, if you didn't acknowledge, he said back in the day, if you didn't acknowledge white women and tipped your hat or whatever, you could have got hung for that. He told me that on Fridays and Saturday nights at your house, you had to turn the lights out when the sun went down, because drunk white men might come and pull you out of your house and hang you. So this is something we need to be proud of, not knowing our history. But I heard that firsthand from my father. Let's see, hold on. You know, a scary revelation happened to me last night. have to stop eating. I have to stop eating past a certain point at night. And I have to figure out when that is. I am spiking my my pulse, and I figured out what it is. I'm eating and going straight to bed, and in my pulse, my heart is going into overdrive because of it. So now, if I eat late in the evening, I think past 6 or 7 o'clock, I'm gonna try to do 6 or 7. Probably 6 o'clock. I've been doing that, but with this ramen noodle cooker, I've been going buku stupid. But my pulse is getting dangerously high, and I was wondering what's doing it. And it's because I'm eating, and my heart is going overdrive. I was like at 160 last night, and I literally went and threw up. I'm like, nah, I ain't trying to die in the dark in the back of this truck. I got my heart racing. I literally threw up. I really brought everything up and drank some water. I'm not gonna eat today. I need to clear my system out, but I need to figure out all this stupid stuff that I'm doing, bro. I'm doing some stupid stuff that I'm putting my body in overdrive and making me sick, and I gotta stop it. I really do. I gotta stop it. And because I want to be around. I don't want to be premature. You'll be like, hey, what happened to Can't Stop? Oh, he's gone. No, my brother, my sister. We ain't going out like that. We not doing that. Not around here. Yeah, I got to get back into the swing of things, big time, because I'm tired of this. I'm really am. 4 hours. Yeah, I got to start calculating it, bro. Half the time I eat, I'm not even hungry. That's the crazy part. I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure it out. We gonna figure it out. Ain't got no choice. Okay, what the heck? Oh, it's time to go. No, what it is I'm still used to eating till I'm full, and that's not the way to do it. And my heart is spiking. I don't like that, even in a resting state. So I got to start eating less, and I just got to figure that part of it out. All right, let's get this party started, right? Hold on. Alrighty. Come on. I'm pressing buttons, but turn that light out. Let's keep going. Time to get to work. Time to check my social media. Look, it's YouTube. Oh my God. Time to check my social media. Okay, look at this. These people park anywhere and everywhere. They don't give a fuck. Look, these guys are in the middle of the road. They don't give a flip. Look, I'm gonna go through the scales and get up out of here. I hope those two are not blocking the way to get out of the scale. Tell me this ain't stupid. They just park anywhere and they don't care who they block. Look at this. Unfreaking believable. Oh well. As long as I ain't caused no damage, we good. That's all I gotta say. Alright, let's get to work. Time to act like a truck driver. Working hard for the money. Let's see here. So hard for the money. 2 million views and I can't even get 3,000 hours. Lord, have mercy. There's a lion. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is so stupid. Hopefully my load will be ready. It's supposed to be ready at 8 o'clock, but I'm going to be an hour early. Let's get down the road. I used to be mad at these small loads, but I actually get more. I get paid more per mile to deliver the smaller loads. So I'm like, hey, whatever. Hey, good morning, Irvin. How you doing? Look, it's YouTube. Oh my God. But if you really look at it, the Lion King, when they say that those words in the song, the Ezekiel or whatever the heck the monkey was, he's showing them the baby lion, and that's really actually what they're saying. Look, it's a lion. Oh my God. we're thinking it's so spiritual. It's not spiritual at all. It's fucking stupid. Mufasa, the king, and the wife, the whatever that had the baby, but he's screwing all the other female lionesses too. Think about it. Look at this nut. I have to hit the brakes because he did that. Idiot. You see how I have to go slower. All these people jumping in front of me. Unfreaking believable. Working all weekend now. Everybody else waking up. Get out of my way! Oh, okay. Whatever, dude. We done finished our whole conversation there, Urban. Now we're just driving to calm down, to bring the woosah back into into existence. I don't know. Look, it's a lion. Oh my God. I am going to be saying that all day today now that I know. This is so stupid. It is so stupid. Oh. Well, if I can say anything, be proud of something. I don't know what, but be proud of something. Be proud of something. Be proud of yourself. Be don't be envious of others. Be proud of yourself. Keep everybody in prayer because this knucklehead done started a war. Gonna be sending you sending black people, black and brown people into harm's way, where you done got rid of all of the experienced generals and admirals, all the experienced people. They had way more experience, and then you done brought your lackeys in. Isn't he trying to put another YouTuber or a social media person and have them be Surgeon General? We have got to be the dumbest We got to be dumb as a box of rocks if you're going to approve someone who is not a doctor to be Surgeon freaking General. You got to be dumb as a box of rocks. Unfreaking believable. I wish I could see what Urban's saying, but I'm driving. But I'll agree too. True. I hate Urban. You said something, and I heard this weekend, you said something, and that Jamaican accent came out again. I was like, that's what I've been waiting for. You were mad about the squirrels or something that was eating your plant, and that Jamaican accent came. I said, that's what I've been waiting for. Oh man. What a day. I'm at lost for words right now. Oh boy. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down because now you could just watch me driving in the pre-morning fog, and I need to focus. I will catch you later. Coming up next, Wellness about to take the stage. Positive affirmations and fashion sense. And after that, cruising is fun anytime. Go live together with a crew. And Miss T with the T, as always. If you think nobody loves you, know I love you, God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day. Go on, take on the world. Be positive, positive affirmations. You can do it. You can survive it. Don't kill nobody. Shake hands and be friendly, bless, and have a wonderful day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.